What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Nick, this is Full Throttle Cars, and today we are here in Columbus for the Event 4 hosted by the Triple F Collection. With that said, we'll jump right into the video. Right inside the gate we got a Ferrari SF90 Stradale here in a very cool spec. I love the red with the carbon accent spec. I believe this started in the $500,000 to $600,000 range. At the very low end, I believe they might have went up a little bit higher than that as well. I believe this is a hybrid powered V8 Ferrari. Very, very cool car. Again, I really do like this spec. So right here we've got the GT3 from the back. You've got the big wing, of course, back here. Cool tail light design going all the way across the back here. Then of course the big wing with the quad center mount exhaust here on the 765 LT. All right guys, right here we've got a gated manual Lamborghini Gallardo on some HREs, but we'll get to the back here in a second. It's a little bit more special than just any gated manual Gallardo here. Very cool orange color as well. But we come around to the back. You've got a twin turbo setup back here. You can take a quick look at that. Very cool to see, especially beside a fully built R35 GTR over there as well. You can get a little closer look up here in the back. You've got lots of color match to the orange. You've got, of course, the two turbos back here. Very cool. Again, all color match. You have the color match engine cover and the twin turbo setup back here. Then of course right beside that Gallardo you've got this fully built GTR here. Got the massive exhaust pipes, and of course check out the rear tires on this. Of course you know this thing is completely built for the drag strip. We'll take a look up under the hood here real quick. Very cool, especially to see both of these really high horsepower cars sitting next to each other. Alright guys, right here we've got a Singer Porsche 911. If you can tell me the differences down in the comments, let me know. I'm not don't have a huge amount of knowledge about these. You can definitely tell it's different than your average 911 from the time period. Of course, you've got the fuel tank up here in the front, which is really interesting. You've got a very, very clean looking front end here as well. We'll take a quick walk around. Interior, you've definitely got some differences as well. Pretty cool green wheels down here. So checking out the interior, you can see definitely very nice and new looking. You've got carbon bucket seats right here on the driver. You've got the green interior accents to match the wheels out here as well. You can check out the steering wheel and the dashboard. Very, very cool. From the back end, we can take a look at the engine. You can see developed exclusively for Singer vehicle design. Very cool looking under the engine bay there. And of course you've got really wide fenders back here. You can see you've got the oil cap here on the side as well. Very cool car all around. All right guys, right here we have the Triple F's Bugatti Veyron Vitesse. You've got the exposed carbon fiber here on the front fender. Not sure if you could focus in on that with the light. We'll take a walk around. Lots of orange accents on this. Orange all up in the interior. Very, very cool. Of course, this is a Roadster, no top on it. You've got carbon up here on these air intakes. Of course, the big wing here that comes up, active aero, acts as the air brake. You can see the exhaust in there as well. From the back end here, you can see they've got an interesting little unique thing up here. It says Vitesse underneath the rear wing. And of course, take a look at the W16 engine up there. Right beside the Veyron, you got the Bugatti Chiron SuperSport here. Full exposed carbon fiber with some blue accents. Massive blue brake calipers up here with the blue accent around the wheel. Pretty cool. Of course, Chiron SuperSport here in the headrest. Blue interior. Sorry guys, I'm trying to kind of make my way around several people here. Take a look at the back. At the W16 engine back there. Very cool. Of course, you've got the big wing as well back here. Kind of the stacked exhaust pipes here on each side. One more look here at the Chiron SuperSport. We'll take a look at the driver's side. You can see up in the front cockpit here. Right here we have the McLaren Saber, a very special edition McLaren. I believe less than 20 of these. Number I think might be about 16. I think these may have been exclusively made for the US market, since the Speedtail technically was not allowed to come here, even though we've got one right here. But very rare car right here as well. Several $1,000,000. You have an absolutely massive amount of aero back here. Huge diffuser, as well as, of course, the big wing with the fin in the center. Right here we have one of the newest additions to the Triple F collection, the McLaren Solus GT. I believe only 25 of these are made, track-only hypercars. You can see the massive amount of aerodynamics here. Huge, huge front spoiler right here. All carbon fiber, of course. I believe these are somewhere in the neighborhood of $3 million. You've got only one seat, race car only, driver cockpit. I believe this whole front end actually lifts up. You can see some of these suspensions set up here in the front, carbon fiber everywhere. Check out the massive airflow down through here to the rear wheels here as well. Everything is so open on this car. You can take a look and at some of the suspension in there. Very, very cool and very, very rare. I don't know how many of these are in the US at the moment, but definitely a rare sight here at the Triple F collection, the Event 4. So all the way down here, if you can actually see, the tunnels go all the way through to the front end. You can see some light down there at the end. Just a complete race car. That is why it is actually only a race car. You cannot drive this thing on the streets. Very, very cool. Right here we've got the Ferrari LaFerrari, Ferrari the Ferrari, if you want to say that, with the black roof, all red, of course, the very typical Ferrari spec. You can see the plaque, maybe you can see in there, maybe not. One of 499, one of the original holy trinity of hypercars, along with the McLaren P1 that's overthrew those people. We can check out in a minute. We've also got an 812 GTS right here. Massive Ferrari shield on the side. I believe these are painted on, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is actually a very expensive option. Very cool light blue color here with the white interior. Pretty nice spec on this 812. Right here we've got the 488 Pista, another red Ferrari, along with two more red Ferraris back there. Kind of the upper trim, upper echelon of the 488 here, as well as a 458 Speciale back there, and an F430 Scuderia. We'll take a look at all of those, but very similar specs on all of these cars. You can see red with the stripes down the center. Take a short walk around. Taking it back one generation, we've got the 458 Speciale right here. Take a quick walk around. Pretty similar cars overall, especially in how they are spec'd. This one is from Miller Motor Cars. I didn't check. The other one looks like it is as well. And of course, right here, one more generation back, we've got the Ferrari F430 Scuderia right here. We'll take a quick walk around. Sorry, there are just so many people right here trying to show you guys all of the cars. Very, very cool. This one's on California plates. All right, guys, here's something pretty unique. You got a BAC Mono. Actually, I don't know if I've ever seen one of these in person. You can check out some of the aero and suspension setup under there. The suspension setup here. Open kind of here in this front, I guess you'd call it a hood area, but not really. Lots of carbon fiber. Of course, open top. You've got the big air intake here and carbon on the side. Very, very unique. I believe these might be street legal in some places, but maybe not in everywhere. You can see some more of the internals back here. Very open. All right, guys, so check this out. This is a brand new hypercar company starting up here called Ballistic. I just talked a little bit with the guy who's designing it, running it, and this thing is really, really cool. It's going to be an American-made hypercar, all-wheel drive, limited to between 30 and 50 production units. You can take a look up under here. The powertrain, he told me, is not yet decided. He's not going to say what it is. But one thing really interesting back here, you can take a look at the exhaust. This long stretch here between the diffuser and the back bumper is the exhaust pipe. Very interesting, kind of hidden. I did not even notice it at first. Very cool tail lights as well back here. Looks very similar to the front. He said the inspiration for the design is like a shark. I'll take a look up at the front, but you can see the shark, the front end of the shark, the mouth, the teeth, back here to the fins. Very, very cool car here. Very excited to see what becomes of this company and what they will release, when they will release it. Again, it'll be an American-made hypercar, made either in Ohio or in Michigan. All of this is designed and manufactured here in the States. Very, very cool. You've got cameras here on the mirror. Obviously, you've got the gull wing door you can see right there. Take a look at the interior. Pretty simple. We got a few screens here, but nothing overwhelming. I'll show you guys the other side, the driver's seat, here in a moment. So taking a look up front here again, you can see kind of the shark design in it with this front end, the face of the shark. You got really cool headlights right here. And we can take a look underneath the hood here. You can see some of the hybrid powertrain units. You got the Triple F logo right there. I'm sure they will be a customer of this car when it comes out. This is currently the only one there is. This is about, I was told, at 90% of the way to production, what we're showing here. Very, very cool. Again, one more look. Another look at the car here from the rear. Again, you've got this kind of shark fin design with this really cool 3 kind of spoke tail light. We can take a look here in the interior. You've got the gull wing door right here. Lots of carbon fiber on the seats. Pretty simple again on the interior, nothing overwhelming. You can see the gauge cluster, the yoke style steering wheel. Very, very cool in here. We've got the Hamilton Collections Porsche 918 Spider in this very reddish orange color. Very cool color, very cool to see. Take a quick walk around. You've got the startup actually over here on the McLaren Senna. Where we've got the Hamilton Collection Aventador SV, surrounded by a bunch of the Hamilton Collection cars, a lot of which you can actually get in, including the 918 right there. Lots of people have been getting in and out here of the Aventador SV. I really am a fan of the Aventador SV. I think it looks great, especially here in this blue color. Right here we've got the Koenigsegg Regera in this silver color with some carbon accents as well as some orangish red accents. You've got the 3-spoke carbon wheels down here. Very cool. I think this is actually the only Koenigsegg at the show. You've got several Paganis. You've got the big mono wiper right there. You can check out the interior real quick. Lots of carbon fiber. Lots of metal accents as well. Very, very nice. This is also the Hamilton Collections right here. I believe the Triple F Collection had one. I don't know if they still do. Alright guys, check out this Senna right here. It's got some very sparkly metallics here in the paint. You can see there definitely with that light. Very, very interesting. I have not seen another paint like this probably ever, actually. Very interesting, very unique spec. Check out this McLaren Elva right here. This is the open top Roadster from McLaren. Basically, you wear a helmet because there's no windshield on it. Very cool, very interesting color combination, almost like a cotton candy with this light blue and pink and purple as it transitions here, depending on how you look at it. This is a pretty rare car from McLaren as well. McLaren does make a lot of very rare, unique cars. This one, I believe, is around 150 units of this, but very cool, very rare. We saw one a couple years ago, definitely not as wildly spec'd as this one though. We've got a US spec Lamborghini Countach. You can see the US spec front bumper here. It definitely does not look that great. I think they should probably take that off. But for, I guess, authenticity's sake, being the US spec, I guess you leave it on. But this is white on white. You've got the white interior here. You can see through the little tiny side window. You've got the vents here, the intake vents. Take a look around the back again. You've got the US spec rear bumper here. It kind of comes over top of the exhaust. You can almost not even see the exhaust very well. Again, does not look very good. It's unfortunate that they had to have those regulations, but I believe if you wanted to, because this is 25 years old now, classic car, you could take those off. I think it would look much better with them off. Right beside the Countach, we got the Murcielago SV in yellow with the 5-spoke HRE wheels here. We can take a little walk around. The big wing in the back. We've got very, very deep dish wheels back here. You can take a look at these. Of course, this is a naturally aspirated V12 engine. Very, very good sounding car. You got the big wing back here. The V12 hiding under the deck lid back there. All right, guys, right here we got the Bugatti EB110. We'll take a quick walk around from Miller Motor Cars. Very cool. The Bugatti before the Veyron. You can see quick peek on the interior right here. Short walk around. See the engine back here as well. Right here we've got the Pininfarina Battista, a very unique car built by Pininfarina, who's very famous for designing several Ferrari models. You can see the insignia here on the side skirt. Very cool wheels on this, very cool car overall. I think it looks pretty similar to some Ferrari models. You can definitely see some of the similarities. Very nice looking interior. I believe these were limited to 150 units, somewhere in the $2 to $3 million range. I don't know exact number off the top of my head, but definitely not something you see every day. Right here we've got the Pagani Huayra R, the Pagani race car basically. I mean, check out these slicks here. Definitely built strictly for racing. I don't think this is road legal. You've got the roof scoop up there. There are several Paganis here actually. One more over there, one more over there. Lots of Paganis here. Very cool to see. You can take a look at the back. I bet you this thing absolutely screams. This is probably so loud. I don't know if we'll get a start up, but you can see cool yellow accents on here as well. Right here we've got another Huayra BC. This one is all blue with a little bit of black accents here and there and black carbon fiber accents. Blue interior as well, you can see. Very cool. I love seeing the shift linkage here on the Pagani Huayras. Very, very neat touch. Lots of very high quality materials. Very cool, like aircraft looking switches. So the Huayra BC just got fully opened up. You can see the rear deck lid, both the gull wing doors and the front bit. We can take a look up under here. Check out the suspension back here. All this carbon fiber work all the way around. And of course, the Mercedes AMG V12 engine back here. That sounds absolutely incredible. You can check out the interior here as well. A lot better look. I believe you got the fire extinguisher down there just in case anything would happen. But very, very cool. Alright guys, so here, check out the driver's side here. You've also got these luggage containers right here. You can store stuff in, but check out the interior here. Very, very cool steering wheel and gauge cluster setup. Again, you've got the shift linkage exposed down here. Very cool as well. You can see up here under the front. Right here we've got the Triple F Collections Pagani Huayra BC Roadster. There was 20 coupes produced and 40 roadsters. Very cool car here. I love the spec on this. It's almost kind of like an Ohio State spec with the red and the gray carbon fiber. You've got the Italian flag here on the passenger side mirror. Over here on the driver's side mirror, you've actually got the flag of the United States. I don't know if that is special specifically for this one. I haven't noticed that on any of the other Paganis. Of course, you've got the floating roof scoop here, since there is no roof here on the BC Roadster. Very cool. You've got the big wing here in the back as well. The quad center mount exhaust.